Hey everyone, Vexy here with another guide tutorial kind of thing, and this time we are in Dragon Soul and I'm going to show you how to do the spine event. Super easy as always, because we never actually show anything too complicated here on this channel, just show you how to get it all done. Now before I actually show you the video itself, I want to just actually explain a few things about this fight, because I think if you don't actually know what you're looking out for, this fight can seem a lot harder than it is, but also because when I do this fight, it never looks clean. It always just looks like there's just a cluster of crap going on, but I promise there is a method to my madness, and I'm going to show you how to do that now, and hopefully keep it a short video as usual. So let's get started. This is what corruption looks like. This is what hideous amalgamation looks like. And this is what the corrupted blood looks like. So now that you kind of know what each one looks like, you'll be able to follow a little bit easier. Now, every time you kill a corruption, a hideous amalgamation is going to spawn. When you kill a corrupted blood, it is going to leave a little pool of red blob where it died. Now, the way that we get through this fight is you actually have to drag an amalgamation through the blood. You need to get it to stack to 9, and then you have to get it to blow up right where the armor plate is on Deathwing's back. Now, as soon as the fight starts, you're going to notice there are 4 corruption, and what you're going to do is kill these 4 corruption as quickly as possible. When the last one dies, you are going to want to stand exactly where it died. There will be a pool of yellow, and you're going to want to stand on there until you get the debuff called Fiery Grip. Now, what Fiery Grip does, it holds you onto Deathwing's back when Deathwing rolls, so you don't go flying off like all the amalgamations that just spawned are going to do right now. What we're doing at this point is we're just clearing the playing field, having a nice, easy way to start the fight without having all those corruptions in the way. Now, as soon as they fly away, it'll say Deathwing has rolled blah blah blah. Go and kill a corruption to spawn an amalgamation, and then from this point on you are just going to run back and forward along Deathwing's back, and a message will pop up and it'll say Deathwing feels players on his left side, he's going to roll left. Deathwing feels players on his right side, he's going to roll right. Now every time you see the message pop up, move to the alternative side, so on and so forth. Do not hang around on one side, because Deathwing will flip to that direction. You will go flying into the Netherland and die, unless you do have Fiery Grip, which you probably shouldn't at any point or in this fight other than the first roll. Now, there are a few ways to do this with the bloods. Now, each person's going to come up with their own little way or timing and things like that. The way that I decide when I'm going to kill bloods is whenever Impending Victory, that's the warrior talent, is active. That's when I kill a corrupted blood just to get some health back. And every time you run the amalgamation over these bloods, he's going to hit you a tiny bit harder. It's not really that noticeable at level 100, so it's really up to you. You can do the bloods all in one go. You can do them as they spawn. Just as long as at the end of the day that the amalgamation has 9 stacks. As soon as the amalgamation has 9 stacks, you're going to want to drag it right to Deathwing's armor, and really the distance between the armor and the amalgamation is unforgiving, so this needs to be right on top of it, as close as you can get this amalgamation. And once it starts to die, it's going to nuclear blast. Now, if you've done this correctly, the armor plate will lift up and there will be tendrils, and you need to kill these tendrils to move on to the next section. They don't take long. I usually just AoE because I can never find them fast enough, because I'm a little bit blind in this fight. It's too much brightness. Now, once the tendril dies, you'll move on to the next part of Deathwing's back, and it is the exact same process. You're going to kill one of the corruptions, spawn the amalgamation. The bloods, they'll be a bit more frequent now, so it's a little bit easier. It doesn't take as long anymore. And you're just going to continue to walk back and forward, back and forward. Now, when I recorded this fight, I tried to take into consideration some of the questions I thought I might get asked, or some of the complaints that I might hear, because there are RNG aspects to World of Warcraft that for some reason people seem to blame me for when they watch my tutorials. So I tried to kind of show what happens if you AoE too much and you hit more than one corruption, and you end up with a few amalgamations. If you don't pull the amalgamation close enough to the armor, and showing you really how unforgiving it is and how close it really does need to be. There's not much that you can stuff up with this, as long as you continue to do the back and forward and don't let Deathwing roll. Do note, when you see the tendrils, you do continually still need to be doing the back and forward, because if you stop, he doesn't care that you're hitting, you know, veins of his. He's still going to flip on you, so just keep that in mind. So I'm going to be quiet now because I don't really think there's much else I can say. All I can say is there's going to be one amalgamation that's going to miss, and several amalgamations spawned at one stage. But yeah, this fight it never looks clean. I can never do it to make it look clean. But it doesn't need to, because at the end of the day, you're going to easily get through this fight, and that's what's really important. So hopefully this helped. Please let me know if you need further explanations on things, or if you have any other tutorials that you might like me to do. This video itself was a request, so thanks for giving me another tutorial to do, because I actually really like doing these. And make sure that you subscribe, and find me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and really everywhere, because I live on social media and I love talking to people. So I'll put all the links for that in the description. And yeah, so I'll just let the rest of the video run, and I will see you next time. Bye!